Hi everyone, I'm Jason Weisgerber. I'm with Coldwell Banker.
And I'm Kim Creo with Nova Home Loans.
So we want to take a moment and talk to you about the home buying process. And though I'm a realtor, I really want to hear what the home buying process is from the lender's standpoint. And Kim is fantastic. She's been in the business for over 15 years and she's a family friend, and I rely on her for so much and trust her in so much. So I wanted to take a moment and talk to you and talk to her about the process of going about buying a home. Usually when a buyer comes to me, the first thing they want to do is tell me what they want in a home. What size, what location, what neighborhood, let's go shopping. A lot of times that's a little bit putting the cart before the horse. First of all, we want to know what your buying power is. And that first step is I'll listen to them, we'll talk a little bit, and I'll very soon say, you've got to call Kim or you've got to call a lender and find out what your buying power is, what your price range is. And so let's start there. So folks come to you, I send them to Kim, they'll call or they'll start an email conversation and they'll say, I want to talk to you about what I can afford to buy. And
right.
There's pre-qualification and there's pre-approval. What's the difference?
That's right. So a pre-qualification means that I have a loan application on file. So that's a simple application which has your name, address, date of birth, social, employment information, asset information, and then I pull credit. And if you're not ready to buy yet, you're a good 4 to 6 months or more in the future, maybe we do a soft pull. That means that I pull 2 out of the 3 bureaus and I don't ding your credit score. But if you're ready right now, we're going to do a full hard pull. That might ding your score a few points, but that's okay. We'll get all that information, and then once I know that your numbers meet guidelines, we'll say you're pre-qualified. The next step is pre-approval. That means I get your financials, pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements. I verify that against what's in the file and guidelines, and now you're pre-approved.
Right.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. So you can actually go through an initial kind of process without a real credit ding, just to get an idea of where you are.
Correct.
But you've really got to do a deeper dive. And what are the things that you're going to need again to really go through that full approval process?
So it's really only a few things. We need W-2s, we need recent pay stubs, recent bank statements, and driver's licenses. That's it.
Good. Okay. Easy. So then they're going to get a response back from you, and you're going to tell them
you are pre-approved for X dollar amount in purchase price or X dollar amount in monthly payment, depending on how we've structured the loan.
Yes, and we can talk more another time about down payments and how that affects the loan and that kind of thing.
Loan options, absolutely.
Loan options. And so at this point, they're going to come back and talk to me, and that's when we're going to really start diving into what you really want to buy and where you want to buy. Go do some shopping and find the home that you want to make an offer on. Right?
Correct.
So then we're going to make an offer, and at this point, we're going to be showing them proof of funds, or we're going to be showing them a lender letter from Kim.
Right. So I'll create a lender letter that's specific to your offer. And it'll say you're pre-approved for whatever dollar amount you're offering. I provide that to you because we're going to work as a team to make sure we get you as the buyer to the closing table on time, happy, smooth, easy transaction.
That's right. And the sellers that sell in their homes, they want to know that you've already been through this process and you have all of the documentation you need. And we send this letter along with our offer. And let's say it gets accepted. We're now under contract. And once we're under contract, there are a couple things that happen, but on the lending side,
I'm ready to move forward with loan disclosures and then take all the financials you provided and submit it to our processing folks. That's where they start doing the due diligence work on the back end to prepare the file for underwriting.
Yep, and as she's going through that, on our side, on the realtor side, we're going to start getting that inspection ready. And through the lender's going to start going through the appraisal process.
Right. So by law, we're required to order an appraisal through a third party. So we will order that while you're working on the inspection.
And what influence does the appraisal have on this process?
So generally speaking, it's a requirement of the loan for the investor to know that what the market value of the property is.
So let's say we put an offer in on a home that's listed at $350,000. Right, and we put that offer in these days. That market and that price range is pretty competitive. We might come in say at $360,000, okay, and let's say they've got approval in the loan for that. We make that offer at $360,000, $10,000 over the list price, and then we've got to go through the appraisal process, which is really where the rubber hits the road. Because the appraisal might say,
The appraisal might come in at $350,000, even though you're under contract for $360,000. So now you need to decide, do you want to pay the extra $10,000 and cash out of pocket, or is that property not worth it to you?
right. So you have two choices. We can continue, but that $10,000 appraisal gap is what we call it, will either come out of your pocket in cash. The other option is to go ahead and pass on that home altogether and start over.
Correct.
So let's say we go ahead and continue, move forward, appraisal gets done, inspection gets done.
And now we've got our whole credit package with your financials, the title work, verification of employment, the appraisal in the underwriter's hands. They review all of the information. They might need additional information. If they don't, then we get a final loan approval and we're ready to close.
Ready to close. So we've gone through the inspection, we've gone through the objections in the inspection to fix whatever things that we would like to have fixed. We're passed on those things. The appraisal and the loan process has been done.
Completed and approved.
Been approved, and next step is to sit at the closing table.
That's right. Sign your closing documents and get ready to move and enjoy.
And one more thing, I know that we get this question a lot, closing costs. What can somebody expect approximately?
Generally speaking, expect about $5,000 for closing costs and prepaid items,
Okay, so they come to the closing table, they've already paid their earnest money,
right? Which is credited towards your closing costs and prepaids.
okay, and then they're gonna have the
Down payment.
down payment from them for a wired transfer or a...
Depends on the title company. It's either a wire transfer or a cashier's check, but it must be guaranteed funds.
And the rest of it comes from?
From us.
Yeah. And that's where all the money comes from. And you're done.
That's right.
Then you get literally the keys are passed across the table in most cases, and you've closed.
That's right. Now it's time to move and enjoy.
Enjoy. So that's it for now. Thank you for joining us. Again, you can find Kim at her information on the screen and mine as well. And we hope to see you soon.